And we're live.
Welcome, viewers. It's Wednesday. It's the Pick'em Show. It's the Gauntlet. I have the usual suspects with me. To my right, Denzel Snipes. Directly underneath, James Tatum, and diagonally, JJ Jenkins. How's everyone doing? Okay, it's this way. I don't know. It's this way on my screen. It doesn't matter. Everybody can see everybody. Everyone that's watching can see everybody. They don't care where we're at. They just care that we're here. And we care that you're here. So let's get into it. How's everybody doing?
JJ, is that a burger?
Yes.
Was you with the Five Guys or something?
No. It's this place called MLK Soul Food. I am starving right now. Like, this is heaven.
Burger from a soul food place. Interesting choice.
Yeah, very interesting choice. All right. Well, without further ado, we want to get back to it.
Thursday night football. The Falcons at the Gay Boat. Not just calling them the Gay Boat. I mean, they are the Gay Boat, but it is officially at the Gay Boat. Where'd the headline go? Where'd the banner go? I can't see it.
They added some timer shit on there, and okay, there it is.
Bucs are in dire straits with the Panthers looming in the division. Can they defend home turf and get a win? James, start us off, and we'll go counterclockwise.
I think the Bucs should win. They're getting Mike Evans back. They just activated him today, so he should be back. He should be back. Bucs have not been playing well recently, and the Panthers are tied in first place now in the division. So those two games they have coming up is going to be really important. So this is a must-win game for the Bucs. If they game, then I think they are in serious trouble. So I think the dire situation is understood. I think they will handle it and win.
JJ?
I'm going to take Carolina on this one because I like what they're doing. I like the run game.
Not Carolina. It's the Falcons.
No. Buck Falcons, sir. It's funny because when it first popped up, I had Carolina in my head too, and I'm like, wait, that says Falcons Buccaneers. We'll get to the Carolina game, I promise. You will have your chance to sound off.
My bad. So in that case, I got the Bucs as well because I don't think
Kirk Cousins?
No, I'm sorry.
We know you don't like Kirk Cousins, JJ. It's all right.
I don't think the Bucs are looking like a strong team right now, but I think the Falcons are just. I will say this: if this was Michael Penix, I would probably lean the Falcons. But since it's Kirk Cousins, I'm going with the Bucs.
Fair. Way to stay true to your beliefs. We don't do no flip-flopping bullshit here on the Pick'em Show. Denzel, what you got?
I'm going to take Bucs on this one. They have to win this game. They absolutely do. We had mentioned a couple weeks ago about how the Bucs had a bit of an easier finish than Carolina, and then Carolina beat the Rams. And it's coming up a little bit later on, but the Panthers are facing the Saints, and the Saints did stun them earlier this week, and they're on the road. But Bucs got the Falcons at home. Bucs have to win this game. They just really do, man. Because as James mentioned, they're tied right now, and they don't want to let them slip loose. I mean, I think it's going to be close down the stretch anyway. I don't think anyone's going to take off running exactly with 4 games left, But I'm going to take the Buccaneers by a touchdown because the Falcons have been a bit weird this year. They'll compete with them interdivisional rivalry. I'll say 27-20 Buccaneers.
I will go ahead and take the Bucs as well. I'm not as big of a Michael Penix fan as JJ is. Obviously, he's not playing. It's Kirk Cousins. It's funny because the rest of the Falcons roster, I really like. I like their O-line. I like their weapons. I like their running backs. I like their defense. It's really unfortunate what happened with Penix because, I mean, he was kind of up and down, but I think if he would have played a full season, he would have found his groove, and we might have been looking at a 3-team race for the division. But yeah, he's out again. Michael Penix, unfortunately, doing Michael Penix things, finishing the season on IR. So yeah, give me the Bucks. Their backs are against the wall, and they have to win this game. If they don't win this game, just fucking turn out the lights, kiss the wife and kids goodnight, tell everyone to get the fuck out because the party's over.
Yeah. And I mean, speaking of Michael Penix, before we move on, you said if he can finish the season, which is a bit of an uphill climb considering that between college and pro, in the last 8 seasons, 5 of them ended in a season-ending injury.
Yeah. There's a reason I call him taller Tua. Like, is it a knock? Yes, it's a knock. But it's an accurate knock, unfortunately for him. I really hope that dude can find a way to get healthy and stay healthy, but I don't know. Next game. Cardinals, Texans. These are 2 teams headed in very different directions. Texans are playing some good football right now. That defense is there's no way to mince words or be technical about it. That's the best defense in the league. What do they got? What do the 2 ends have them in sacks between them? Like over 20, I believe.
Yeah, but they have 10 plus sacks each.
Yeah, sick. Start us off since it's your team, Jay.
I'll take Texans in this one. Again, like you said, 2 teams heading in the opposite direction. Kyler's on IR. And I think the Cardinals are missing another offensive player this week. This is Trey McBride. It was Benson. That's who it was. This defense is just playing lights out right now. And it's pretty much, I mean, considering that old man Rivers is back, and we'll get to them in just a second.
The man didn't know how much he weighed. They asked him how much he weighed. He was like, I don't know.
He didn't know. Yeah, he's been chilling for like 5 years. But yeah, definitely. Of course, I got to roll with the Texans on this one. Just go out there and play Texans football. Don't overlook anybody. Don't let them, get control of the game or anything. Have Stroud just make his throws. Don't make any mistakes. Run the football. Woody Marks has been finding his holes and gashing defenses for a little bit. Not saying he's, a 100-yard, 150-yard rusher or anything, but he gets the necessary yards he needs, especially whenever it's a third down situation. He's also good for the screen as well. And on defense, pressure. And that homing missile number 5 coming out of the backfield, Jalen Petrie. That man is going to jail one day because you saw what he did to Rashee Rice. But I'll take Texans 27-17.
I like Petrie. You know why? That dude, it's a phrase I coined many, many years ago. That dude hits with his checkbook.
Yes, he does.
JJ, you look like you have something interesting to say. You had some, I saw some looks on your face. Now's the time, sir.
No, those were the looks of just sheer happiness from my stomach. That's
even better.
Because I just realized when y'all were talking, I was going to town on my food and not even thinking twice about what was around me. I was going in, and I'm just thinking like, okay, they're watching me just like, just. I didn't
said it before, and I'll say it again till the day I die. Endorphins. Best drug in the world.
I didn't see anything.
But I say that to say I'm taking the Texans too. I do think that there are questions about that offense, but they've been able to manage to get by with games. But it doesn't help that, the overall AFC it's kind of like neutral for anybody. It's not like, oh, I'm going to take on that team. Oh, that's the team I'm going to pick myself behind. It's, it's whatever.
It's
so I'll take
wide open.
With that said, though, if I was to do a sport, I actually like Nico Collins' touchdown.
Anytime
because
touchdown.
The Cardinals do not defend well against receivers. And there is one guy that can still show up for that team, and that's definitely that good old Nico Collins. Nico stands like, what, 6'5"?
He's a tall dude.
He's 6'4".
But I'll say he always looks so much bigger than everybody out there. Like,
he plays bigger too, but he's 6'4", going about 215, something like that.
He's a big boy. Underutilized at Michigan. When y'all drafted him, I was like, ooh, that's a good draft pick.
Yeah. JT?
James, thoughts?
Well, I thought about this. I'm going to take the Cardinals
Oh, my Lord.
to
Wow.
lose
Cardinals
this
to
game.
win? Or
Oh,
he
just
said
cover
to
that
lose this
spread?
game.
You
he
saw
said
it,
to
didn't you?
lose. He said to lose this game.
I got you with the play action fake.
I fell for that shit. I over pursued like a motherfucker.
You sure did.
Dude, Myers got his
fucking
biggest
fooled me.
quarters. He
I
got us
bid
on
the
that
pump
one.
fake.
James did a good job of building that up.
I'll take the Texans as well. I like everything about their team compared to what the Cardinals are doing, which is not much. Who's even? Oh, it's still Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah, Kyler Murray's
Yeah,
gonna come back.
Kyler's done for the year.
I don't know if Brissett's contract is up at the end of the year, but I mean, I think he's playing well enough to get himself at least a 1-year deal as a backup with somebody next year. Hell, who knows? I mean, everything that I've heard says that
You're so nice.
the Cardinals are. It sounds like they're pretty much ready, willing, and able to cut ties with Kyler. It's going to be a big cap hit, and they're going to have to pay part of his salary to get someone else to take on the remainder of his contract. But I think we see a different QB1 in Arizona next year. Might be Jacoby Brissett to start out the year, and they draft somebody. Yeah, I'll take the Texans as well.
I think Kyler's going to end up in Pittsburgh. That's my take.
Pittsburgh, that might be a good.
Rodgers is going to retire. They don't have a quarterback, and they're not going to have
a good
a high
topic
draft
for
pick.
Friday. Potential landing spots for Kyler Murray because there's several of them. Yeah, I'll take the Texans and to cover. Next game. Ooh, I don't know right offhand the other games that are on the slate, other than obviously my game against the Rams.
This is the game that should have been the game of the Sunday night. My game got
This
flicked.
in
Yeah,
my mind, even though it's not in prime time and it's not on Monday, to me this is the game of the week. I would say I'll go first, but I actually need to think about who I think is going to win this game and why. So someone else please go.
What's the game?
Bills
at the Patriots. We know the story here.
Oh, okay. I got it. I think the Bills win this game. The Patriots been hot, really, really hot. I think this is a game they're going to lose. Bills need to try to keep hope alive to win the division. If they lose, it's pretty much basically over. So I think it's kind of like it's almost like a playoff game without being a playoff game for the Buffalo Bills. So I think they win.
I would agree. Jay.
go ahead, Jay.
You know what? I think this might be the Bills get back game, man. As you can see on the graphic, if the Pats win, they win the AFC East. Bills know this, and they're going to go into a hostile Foxborough crowd. But I think Josh Allen once again puts on the Superman cape and get it done. I mean, the Bengals had a 2-score lead, 2 or 3 times last week, to include a 10-point lead in the middle of the fourth quarter, before the bottom fell out for the Bengals. But yeah, I think Allen again, and the AFC East, stays open for at least one more week. So I'm going to take the Bills 24-21.
Okay. I'm going to take the Patriots to wrap this up and win this division, because I think the one difference between last week and this week is that defense that Patriots have compared to the defense that the Bengals have. I trust the Patriots defense with Mike Vrabel to clamp up if they were to have a 14-point lead or a double-digit lead on this team. And I can see that happening because there is holes in that defense that the Patriots can exploit. They have a great group of guys. Keyshawn Booty is back and healthy. Mm-hmm. And you have him with Stephon Diggs, Demario Douglas, Mac Hollins, with Drake May using all their options. And they're going to be ready for this game because I think this is a game for them that they realize, hey, one of their goals was to win the division. And so when you approach that goal, it is either you're going to take it or not. And I believe in Mike Vrabel's approach of, we're going to take this. I got the Patriots winning this one. Mm-hmm. I got them winning this one 27-20. 27-20.
JJ made some strong arguments, and he almost convinced me, but I guess we're going to have to make JJ the lone wolf here. I'm taking the Bills. Obviously, this game it's important for both teams. Like James said, it's a playoff-type atmosphere, but the Bills need this game more than the Patriots do. You know how that Bills fan base is. They travel well, and I'm sure there will be a lot of Bills fans in New England for that game. And I go with the factor of
There will be a lot of
experience.
broken tables in the parking lot.
Right, experience in these kind of situations, and as great as Drake May is, he's having an MVP type season. I think Josh Allen is
A lot better.
JJ's right. There's some holes in that Bills defense. I said it multiple times throughout the year. That Bills defense was built to beat the Chiefs and not really a whole lot of other teams. They've been up and down. They've had some good games. They've had some really bad games. But like I said, like we've all said, this is a backs to the wall kind of scenario for the Bills. And if they want to win the division, they have to win this game. And I believe they will.
That's kind of my thing about this game, because the backs to the wall, they don't abandon. They don't. I was going to put it like this: if James Cook is a part of the whole entire offense throughout the entire game, he'll win it. But in backs against the wall situations, they tend to put it on Josh Allen's back.
Yep.
I don't think this is the type of defense, because they can pass rush, they get pressures, they have tight coverage. And there has been times when it gets like a really good matchup for Josh Allen, he will, in that comeback situation, throw that interception, take that fumble. So I do think it is the backs against the wall. But if I don't see James Cook continue to get his thing, they start to rely on his Josh Allen's arm, then I do start to feel more favorable, even more, into the Patriots winning that game. Because I think they know how they think when it comes to backs against the wall type situations.
But Buffalo's also playing very, very well right now. They just beat the shit out of Pittsburgh. And then they beat a Cincinnati team that was really dangerous getting Joe Burrow back. So I like what Buffalo's doing.
We'll see. I don't even know that if I would take that spread. I think I might have the Bills by a singular point.
Yeah, this was damn near a pick'em game. But all right, well, next game. JJ, come back.
Ravens, Bengals. It's the man. JJ, start us off.
Okay.
He's gone.
No, I'm not. I'm right here. A man has to get himself something to, wash down his good old burger and mac and cheese. So here comes the ginger ale and apple juice together. Ginger cider. But anyway.
That sounds good.
Oh, it's always good. And I put ginger ale.
You should try it with tequila. Go ahead.
I put ginger ale with anything. Thank you very much.
We don't support drinking alcohol on the show.
Anyway. But no, we have the Bengals and the Ravens, a rematch of a game that happened a week ago when Joe Burrow made his return. The Ravens had, a tough loss against the Pittsburgh Steelers this week. Argumentative about the touchdown that was reversed and everything. That's neither here nor there. But then the Bengals suffered another tough loss, and now this repeats. The favorite, everybody, of course, is thinking, even though the Bengals are underdogs, they're the most sought-out underdog to win this game. Now, personally, what I think is going to happen may not be what I necessarily am honestly hoping what I want to happen, because I think what I'm hearing from when I watch with my team and watch just like everything that goes down, I do want us to stay in this storm. I do want us to realize that even though we've had great success the last couple of years, you don't still have it. You have to get it each year. And this year, they didn't appear like the team that's coming in that has to fight for it. They came in as a team that seemed like that they should just have it. And so I think we'll win this game because I do think we are the better team. And I think now we've got a chance to see Burrow. We know our strengths and our weaknesses with this defense, but I think we also know our strengths on our offense that we didn't execute 100% the way against the Bengals the first game. So I do have the Ravens win this game 33-30, but I do want us to kind of like miss the playoffs so we can really think about where we are and what we're trying to do.
Okay. James.
I think the Ravens will win this game. I think that right now the Bengals are a little bit deflated after losing that game to the Buffalo Bills. If they had won that game, I think this would be a lot more interesting. But the Bengals have bigger problems on their hands than just this season, just this game, because I actually heard the interview with Joe Burrow, and I don't know if he's going to continue to play long term. Based on what the message I got with him saying, if I'm not having fun anymore, then I can't really guarantee that I'm going to continue to play. So
In Cincinnati,
I think in a way he's hinting at early retirement. He's having a lot of injuries.
is
He's
he
not
like 29 or 30?
I don't think he's happy there. So I think we could see another Andrew Luck situation happening. I really do.
Didn't Carson Palmer like almost threaten to retire if the Bengals didn't get rid of him?
Something like that, yeah.
I mean, I've been saying it for a couple of years now.
It's a big problem for the Bengals, but the Ravens will win this game.
We've seen this movie before. It's the exact same thing that happened with Carson Palmer. He's tired of getting beat up. He's tired of playing for a clown franchise. You know, he had a small glimmer of hope that one year against the Rams to win a Super Bowl. It didn't happen. It would have happened if they would have protected him because Jamar Chase had Jalen Ramsey. Who the fuck is Patrick Ramsey? Former quarterback for the Washington Force.
Yeah.
Why confuse the two of them? I'm not sure. I've done it before.
Wow.
I've called Jalen Ramsey Patrick Ramsey more than once in the past.
That's crazy.
To get the respect
Right when
anymore.
I said it, I'm like, that doesn't sound right, but I still said it.
But you know what's crazy that you mentioned him is that of all the worst quarterbacks they had, he was like the best of the worst. Like he was like the best one.
He actually
Wow,
was.
better than Jason Campbell?
Yeah, because Jason Campbell to me I think is considered to average quarterback because he didn't came in making kind of do with what his draft stock was. But I think Patrick was like the best of the C minus or D plus guys that they ever had.
Didn't he go to Tulane? Patrick Ramsey?
That's good. I haven't heard that name in
think he
forever.
did.
Right? Blast from the past.
That was years of that like quarterback carousel they had going, like Jason Campbell, Patrick Ramsey,
2004.
an old Mark Brunell. That watched the carousel.
Was that
I thought
right
you were
after
gonna
the
say
Spurrier
Gordon
days?
Grant,
Because he definitely brought back Danny Horfel. I think that was after Spurrier though. I don't even know who the coach was then.
I remember playing Madden against them when they had Spurrier with Steven Davis, Lavranius Coles as a wide receiver, and all those other guys. And then LeVar Arrington and Sean Barber were their linebackers on defense.
Yep.
Because, I mean, despite their horrible quarterbacks, the one thing I can say that those Redskins did have a run game with Steven Davis, and they did play defense. Like, they weren't just – like, the quarterback was bad, but the part of other players, but they were talented players on that squad.
For sure. Who?
We got to keep going.
I was going to say, who's next or who didn't pick? I did not yet. Did everyone else pick?
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't pick.
Go ahead. You go then.
I'll take the Ravens in this one. They desperately need to stay alive. If they want any semblance of winning the division, and also, unlike previous seasons. Last year, who all made out of the NFC? The AFC North. Oh, it was just the Ravens. Okay, yeah. The AFC North's not sending two teams to the postseason this year, in my opinion. So the Ravens is going to be the Ravens or the Steelers, and the Ravens just have got to win this game. I hear what you're saying. You take JJ, but also, Lamar Jackson. Well, Lamar Jackson, he really does have to get it together because I mean the past what was it? I think it was a streak of 3 or 4 games, and he had like 5 turnovers and like no touchdowns. They have to figure something out, but this is a must win for them. This is. So I'm gonna take the Ravens in this one. I'll take them 30-27.
Eat it, man. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to take the Bengals because apparently no one or at least no one named the Steelers or the Ravens. Neither one of them really seems all that interested in trying to separate themselves and win the division. They just keep they each win one, then they lose one, then they're looking at each other like, you want to go, or you gonna let me go? Or I think it's coming down to the last week or two of the season, and it's gonna be whoever wins 10 games. Shit. The winner might be
Whoever
9-8 with a
wins.
tiebreaker. It's
Whoever wins the Week 18 game.
they play each other?
Will win the division. Yep.
Oh, fuck. I love that. Yeah, I'm taking the Bengals because I don't know. Because, like I said, no one seems motivated to separate themselves, and I guess it's coming down to Week 18, next game.
Right, it's not exactly as if Baltimore is giving you confidence.
Jags, double-digit faves.
I think
The
we can
Jaguars
probably
got to get
breeze
some
through
props
this.
from us. The Jaguars got to get some props from us because they actually are looking. They didn't falter. I didn't think they'd be
They're playing good.
8-4.
Trevor
Yeah.
Lawrence is looking a bit like second half of the 2022 Trevor Lawrence, which is the only time I've seen him look like anything even approaching anything more than, because outside of the second half of 2022, and I hate this phrase, but he's looked very average. I don't know how one can look very average, because average is just average. So how are you very average? Don't understand it. But that's been him outside of the second half of 2022 in the last 4 or 5 weeks. And that division is turning into a battle. Everyone thought the Colts, well, everyone except JJ thought the Colts were running away with it. Now Daniel Jones is on one leg, and the 500-year-old, that there's been one thing survived since the dinosaurs. That one thing, Philip Rivers. But we'll get to that later. Yeah.
Philip Rivers.
The crazy thing about him is that he's not only a guy that's in his 40s, he's in his 40s with as many kids as he's been raising his entire time. After
his oldest son is
44
like the same age as their
and
backup.
spend time with his kids.
Yeah.
No,
I
don't think that. I don't think that, James.
So we can dispense with the obvious. No one's picking the Jets. Does anyone think the Jets will even cover?
If Tyrod Taylor was playing, I would have made this a much more competitive battle. Because
is he hurt?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's out.
I didn't even know. So
that's the main reason why I actually was kind of giving them at least a little bit, because I will say, bad team or not, Tyrod can at least still keep it okay.
He still competes, yeah.
Right. It wouldn't surprise you if you saw the game 10-7, knowing it's Tyrod Taylor going against, even though it's Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars, but it's not as if it's a sorry quarterback coming to nowhere. But he not playing, so that's the main reason why I'm like,
Duval. Next game.
I am going to touch that Jets just to cover that spread, just because I don't like double digits. I will live with the win or the loss. It does not matter to me.
Right.
Okay. Chargers and the Chiefs in KC at Arrowhead. The Chiefs have, can we say, dwindling playoff hopes. They're not mathematically eliminated yet. For all intents and purposes, they might be. Obviously, this is a game they need badly. Chargers need the win as well. So, is that what is this? This isn't a primetime game, is it? No.
No, it's not. It's a noon game.
I think the Chiefs are trying to chase that Colts spot for the playoffs. That's what the one they're looking at.
I mean, they've still got a chance. What's the Chiefs' record right now?
6-7.
Oh my Lord!
Do you trust? Could you trust the Chiefs to go 4-0 this last stretch?
Be honest.
Well, I mean, it'd be 5-0 to get to 17.
You're right, 5-0. Four of the last 5 games.
Well, the Chiefs basically can't afford to lose another game.
I don't know who else is on the rest of their schedule.
I got it. So after the Chargers, they're at Tennessee, and then they host the Broncos, and then they're on the road.
That's a win because Broncos will be resting starters.
And then the Raiders.
And that's a win.
So Raiders, Broncos, Titans, and Chargers.
Chiefs are winning. They're running the table.
They very well could, in my opinion. I definitely think they very well could.
The Chiefs are running the table, and they win this game.
I don't want to see them in the playoffs again.
Too bad.
It's funny because, but now if they lose this, I would say if there's a coach that has the ability to put a playoff ending, it's this one. But they have to win this game.
Yep.
Whoever the Chargers beat last week, Jim Harbaugh came out and said, like, you won a regular season game, like, what, in overtime on Monday night? And he said he puts it right up there with the greatest day of his life, including the birth of his children and getting married. It's like, what the?
Beating the Eagles is the best day of everyone's lives.
Who spiked his Gatorade?
That's funny. Real quick, you know what? I'm gonna pick Kansas City because they just really need this game. The Chargers are not eliminated yet. We're gonna get to the Broncos in a minute because a Chargers loss and a Broncos. Actually, I think they don't even need a Chargers loss. I think a straight up Broncos wins the AFC West. But I'm gonna take the Chiefs on this one. I don't think the Chargers have won there at Arrowhead in quite some time. I'm going to have to go and look that up. But I think Rivers was still playing the last time the Chargers won in Arrowhead. But no, I'm going to take the Chiefs, man. They really need this game, bro. 26-21. The Chiefs won't even need to score 30.
I'm taking the Chiefs as well. They need this game worse. This is a Chargers-chargering kind of scenario. I mean, not that losing at Arrowhead is necessarily a Chargers-charging kind of scenario, but it's like, you have the opportunity to personally vanquish what's left of the Chiefs' playoffs hopes, and that's just not something I see the Chargers being capable of, even with Jim Harbaugh at the helm. So yeah, I'll take the Chiefs. Not covering, and I'm thinking low scoring for some reason, like 20-17. We know James took the Chiefs because he said they're winning out. JJ, what say you?
I do think the Chiefs are going to win this game, and I do think the Chargers will cover. I'm going to give this 23-20 because I think they can both score a touchdown too. But I also looked at this to be a relatively game that's going to stay in the teens for majority of it, and then the last quarter, each team trades off a touchdown. 23-20. Give me the Chiefs to win this game.
All right, next game.
We got the Browns and the Bears. We could probably breeze through this as well quickly. I decided to throw on, but I finally took off his cone of shame today, so now I'm wearing it in remembrance. I'm sure he's somewhere licking his paw and what used to be his testicles, but he's all healed up now. He's doing much better. Like I said, I think we can breeze through this pretty quickly. Is anyone picking the Browns?
Yes.
Really?
I think it's going to be a competitive game.
He's got Shador to beat the Bears. Wait a minute. I'm going to hear this.
Shador Sanders.
Oh, my God.
Shador Sanders, he has to ball out these next couple games because Deshaun Watson is back. The Browns said he is going to be on the roster next year. So if he's showing anything, you don't know when he's going to get another chance to be on the field again.
They named him the starter for the rest of the year.
That's the first thing. And the Bears, I think, are not really overrated, but they're not that type of team that is good enough and has won enough to be able to just overlook teams. So I think they're going to overlook the Browns, and I think that's going to cost them.
I'm actually going to side with the Browns on this one to cover because I do think it's going to be – I think the defenses cancel each other out, and then they make their offenses keep this game very, very close.
And let's not – the Bears are a good team, but let's not act like the Bears have been dominating this season. They've won a lot of close games.
They're a playoff team, but they're a playoff team, but they're not a team that you sit back and be like, oh, wow. Because at the end of the day, Myles Garrett is somebody that can impact the game and make game-changing plays. And the Browns run the football. And you are seeing a development with, Shador with all the weapons that they have. Harold Fannin Jr., the tight end, is somebody that Shador likes to get down with. And that is somebody that tight ends you can exploit the Green Bay Packers defense. The Bears
If
defense.
it's a low-scoring game, the Browns are going to have a chance to win.
I'll take
would
them
agree
to
with
cover
that.
because I think they're giving 7.5 to the Bears a little bit much. Because I definitely see this game being a 20-14 type of matchup. So I'll give it to 20. I'll give it 20 to 15.
Weird score. 2-point conversion or the Browns failed to breach the end zone.
I think it's going to be a 2-point conversion that's going to be a missed attempt, but it's going to be one of those early in the game because the Browns are trying to get an advantage or so.
You can see that.
It's a tough place to be if you're the Bears because you went from being the number 1 seed to being the 7th seed, just like that.
That right there is proof that the Bears are not yet for real. When you're hold on the number 1 seed, is that tenuous? And I knew they were going to drop, but I didn't know. I looked the next morning. I'm like, oh, let me look at the playoff picture.
Yeah, it was that fast.
And I just breezed through it, and I was like, wait, where? Oh, there's the Bears all the way at the bottom, back where they belong. Finally got out of the bottom of the standings. Now they're at the bottom of the playoff picture.
I'm actually going to take.
Go ahead.
I'm actually going to take the Bears in this one, and it's going to be Shane Steichen not Shane Steichen. It's going to be Kevin Stefanski who loses this ball game. Because he does this thing. It's almost like Shador Sanders has to score. It's almost like Shador Sanders has to score on a long ball. Have y'all noticed that? Because
whatever that 2-point play was last week, that's one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life.
Kevin Stefanski needed to get uppercutted in the locker room and the parking lot for that. But he is going to be the reason they lose this ball game because he does this thing where Shador will get them to the goal line or in the red zone, and he takes the ball out of 12's hands. He does it every time.
He really doesn't like Shador.
I think Kevin's thing in his power to get himself fired.
Yeah,
because
just for Shador Sanders to get up on and he's not going to dime out as coach, but just so he gets up there on the podium and says, this loss happened on my watch. It's on me. I'm going to get better, even though he could have balled out that game, But everybody at home, the real watchers, we know what time it is.
Yeah, they did everything they.
I think Stefanski wants out because
my bad, Jay.
He does not like Shador Sanders. I don't think he signed off on drafting him. I think he was hoping and praying that Dylan Gabriel would last the whole season so he didn't even have to think about or look at playing Shador. And now I think it came from above. He was forced to name him the starter for the rest of the season. And he's like, fuck. Now I've got to play all the rest of these games for a quarterback I don't want. If he plays well, I'm really stuck with him. If he doesn't, then we're going to draft another quarterback. But Shador is probably still going to play for half the season next year while we wait for the rookie to develop. I think he wants fired. And
I don't know. You still have Deshaun Watson. You still have Deshaun Watson. So you don't know.
Unless they trade him.
Yet another reason where it's like, fuck, I don't want to be here anymore.
And unless they
trade 1 foot out the door, and with that foot, hopefully getting on a plane to fly to New York, I think he wants the Giants job. I don't know if the Giants will hire him, but I think that's where he wants to go.
And unless they trade him, Shador Sanders is going to remain on the roster. Deshaun Watson is going to be the starter, but Shador is going to be there, because A, Deshaun Watson is injury prone now, or B, in case he catch another allegation. So they'll be entertaining leaving him on the roster. Me personally, I think they should trade him. I think they should trade Shador Sanders. He deserves better than this already. He does.
Yeah. I mean, if you could get anything more than what you drafted him for, that's a win.
Yeah. Good. Next game.
Oh, Lord.
Were you saying that most of Shador's touchdowns were all long ball? Because I was about to say, is that what you were saying, right?
No, I said it's almost as if his touchdowns have to be long balls. Because if he gets to the red zone or the goal line, Stefanski takes him out the game. But go ahead, John.
I mean,
Commanders, Giants. The bottom half of the NFC East. Can this end a tie? In a tie, 7-7. I think it could be worse than that. Oh, my Lord. Oh, I don't even really know what to say about this game. It's ugh.
I got something to say.
Go ahead.
And
leave it for Friday. If you're going where I think you're going.
You know what? You're right. I will save it in that case. But in the case of the game, I think I don't know. Jaden Daniels was ruled out for this game. Marcus Mariota was starting. I will take the Giants, I guess, in a pick'em.
This is really what it is.
I don't know. Jackson Dart makes a couple plays with his legs. Giants win a close one. 17-10.
You know, if you leave it till Friday, because I will say if you're going the direction I think you're going, I'm going to hop on that same call out when we get there on Friday because it's crazy. But anyway, leaving it here nor there, I'm going to take the Giants here too because I like watching Jackson Dart. I think he's fun. I think he's fun to watch, and I think he's somebody that, and I will say, from a sports bet standpoint, he actually makes me look at Giants football players. Like, I'm not afraid to take a wide receiver or a tight end, Theo Johnson from the Giants, because I know Jackson Dart can get the football to him. And in against bad teams.
I like Theo Johnson.
Yeah, and I ain't gonna lie. Listen, Jackson Dart, this season you have helped me out sometimes. And I think this is a defense that you can have. I can see him getting 220-some yards, 2 touchdowns, interception, 35 yards, 45 yards rushing. I can see that. So I want to see that. And so I'm going to pick the Giants to win this game. I'll pick them to win this game 24-23.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
You know what? That's actually not a bad take on the score because strangely, no matter how good or bad both teams are doing, Giants Commanders tends to deliver. I'm going to take the Giants on this one, and not because I trust Jackson Dart over Uncle Marcus. I trust Jackson Dart over Dan Quinn. You know, because there'll be those games where Marcus will he looks like he's back at Oregon, you know, Heisman Marcus, and then they just fall short. You think about the Denver game and all this. He's gone 1-6 this year as a starter, and I really wonder just how many of those 6 losses were on the coach. Well, they say, you know, traditionally it's all on the coach, you figure, right? But yeah, give me the Giants, man. I think Jackson Dart makes the necessary plays he needs to. He's careful with the football. They run it with Tyrone Tracy Jr.
Not a lot of love to the Commanders.
No,
Yeah.
Dan Quinn has strung together several opportunities this year to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory.
Yeah, we don't trust him. We don't trust
I'm
him.
going to take the Giants as well. I don't know what the under is on points. I don't care. I'm taking the under. I'm taking the Giants like 14-9.
Let
So
this be a
they'll cover.
lesson. Let this be a lesson. Life comes at you fast. You go from being an NFC Championship game to being 3-10.
I told y'all.
Yeah, because at this time last year, they was rocking and rolling. JD5, you know, offensive player of the year. Oh, he should be the MVP. And that's nothing against the brother. I wish him success. But it's less about him and more about everything else, you know. But yeah.
I wish Jaden Daniels played for another franchise.
Jaden Daniels wishes that Jaden Daniels played for another franchise.
Mm-hmm. All right, next game.
We lost JJ. Raiders, Eagles. Oh, boy.
Oh.
Be nice, James. Be fucking nice. Right. It's the Raiders, bro.
We can probably breeze through this pretty quickly.
Listen, guys. Okay, the Eagles are going to win this game. They're going to
win. Good. Thank you.
Kenny Pickett is starting at quarterback. For God's sake.
God.
Hello, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, but you're distorted. Come out and come back in.
Right.
Yeah,
okay, continue, James.
Okay, Kenny Pickett is starting at quarterback, for God's sake. One thing I'll say, as far as the Eagles go. The last game is the only game this season where I can really say that Jalen Hurts was terrible.
It happens.
I think most of the rest of this year, the coaching was terrible. The play calling was terrible, and the team was just not prepared. I think looked like they had some good things going.
You ran the ball.
But the turnovers it was a very uncharacteristic game.
2 turnovers on 1 play, dude. That's fucking embarrassing.
Jalen does not turn the ball over that much. So
yeah, when I saw the box score, I'm like, that can't be right.
Something was really wrong in that game. I
don't
know
his
what
body
to tell you,
language
but
lately.
If we have any game like that of turning the ball over, maybe not against the Raiders, but against any team that's decent, like
any
the Chargers,
actual professional football team,
any team that's pretty good, we're gonna lose.
Still distorted.
Yeah, still distorted.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But the only thing that can make me change my mind about the Eagles is that they got to run the table. They got to run the table and be hot going to the postseason because they're not going to have the number 1 seed, obviously. And they're probably going to have to play a lot of games on the road. And just everything I've seen from the Eagles, I have not seen the heart of a Super Bowl champion team. They have not played like that at any point in this entire season. So this is it. You got, a lot of bad teams that the only good team you're going to play is the Buffalo Bills. They need to win that game. To see if they can salvage anything. But the Raiders should be a layup. But I don't know. The Eagles, this is not a good situation to be in after winning the Super Bowl last year and just coming out and being lethargic pretty much the whole year.
You have not looked the same. I haven't. I mean, I could be wrong, but I feel like I haven't seen 2 games in a row where I've been like, okay, this is the Eagles. These are the Eagles that we know. They played some good games. They played a lot of average games, some of which they've lucked out and won, and they've played some bad games. And I won't quite call it. It's starting to look a little bit like that collapse of 2 years ago when they lost in the first round to Tampa, and we all could have bet,
I think they look, in my opinion, they look worse than that year.
But
actually, I don't disagree with you because that was a collapse at the end of the season, whereas this year they could actually move the ball and score points. Right.
This team can't score any points.
Right.
And
I can't in good conscience pick the Raiders. I won't even pick the Raiders to cover. But the Eagles got to get things figured out and in a hurry. But I feel like I've been saying for 5 or 6 weeks. Like I said, I really don't like Jalen Hurts' body language lately. He looks like he's in a fog. That game last week, that was. Granted, I didn't watch all of that game. But what I saw, and then seeing the highlights and looking at the game log, that's one of his worst games as a pro.
Yeah.
And
I would argue the worst.
Not a good time for that. Can they get it figured out? Yes, they can.
But one thing I also need to say is that he's going to get all the blame. But he still did make some plays to put him in position to win the game.
Yeah.
A.J. Brown, if you're going to ask for the ball, then you can't be dropping the game-winning pass.
Yeah.
But
that's all I got to say about that.
I agree. Also, you figure Monday night real quick.
Jay, I think you're muted.
Am I?
He's not muted.
Can you hear me?
Oh, it just looked like his lips were moving and
Am I
nothing was
muted?
coming out.
Can y'all hear me?
No, you're good.
JJ is definitely muted.
I can hear
I can't hear you. Can you hear Jay?
Yes.
I can't hear Jay. I can't hear JJ either. I cannot hear anyone with African American descent.
Oh, wow.
James, can you hear me?
Me and the other white guy.
James, can you hear me?
I can hear both of them. I don't know why you can't hear them.
God damn it! What the fuck? All right, let me leave and come back. Maybe it's me.
Hey,
I don't know.
JJ,
I'm done giving my
just
take
give your take while Dom leaves and comes back.
Okay. So
let me leave and come back.
I will say if the wide receiver did not want people to think there's a problem here, they're not doing themselves any favors because it does seem like that the biggest thing I noticed between last year and this year is that Saquon's had a down year. And I'm sorry to say this, when Saquon is having a down year, the Eagles don't look the same. When Saquon has a great year and the wide receivers take a back seat, the Eagles won the Super Bowl last year. I'm sorry to say this to the wide receivers, and I'm not saying it to Devontae Smith. I am looking at A.J. Brown. You guys have to take the back seat. Because at the end of the day, the strength of this team has always been the run game. The strength of what gets Jalen Hurts to even find you guys and look for you guys is the run game. And even his running is taking a backseat because he's not scoring at the clip that he was, because that's been highlighted. I'm sorry. You're not the focal point of this team, in my opinion. For this offense to be strong, you get yours after they get theirs first. They get you going. They have to get themselves going with the run game, and Jalen Hurts has to get some design runs for himself, and then you get going. The evidence has shown, because in the best games that they've had this season with Saquon, who is not even close to what he was doing last year, they were doing much better. But every time the wide receivers take the forefront, and Jalen's force it down to them, and Jalen's got to throw it down to them, things get murky. It's okay to take a back seat, but if you can't handle it, then bounce on out, because they need guys in here that can handle it. Do you think all those wide receivers were mad at Brady for all the yards that they didn't get the year? No. You think all those wide receivers Peyton Manning and all those other people had when they started down? No. Okay. Get over it. Get over it. If you don't want to win the way that they want to win, then bounce on out. But if you want to win the way they want to win, you ain't going to get the 100% yards all the way that you want it. Saquon needs to get fed. And the Eagles could turn this season around when they start giving it to him more than everybody else like they did last year. The sooner you realize that, the sooner this team can run right through. Because you should have beat the Chargers with Saquon Barkley, but you had to get those wide receivers involved, because if not, they're going to get upset. Well, one gets upset. The other one doesn't. But somehow the other one who doesn't get upset can still get a production.
Devontae Smith is like zero ego.
One thing that I really was baffled at on Monday night was Saquon was getting off. At one point, he had 12 carries for like 72 yards. That was before the long touchdown runs. I'm like, what are you doing? It's like they're predicated on Hurts throwing the ball. And that's not saying he can't throw the ball, okay? But, man, they're a play-action team. You got to feed your backs. You got to feed Saquon, bro, and set up the play action. And they sitting up there trying to have Hurts throw for 300. Hurts is not a 300-yard passer. It is not. It ain't going to happen. Hurts is not a 300-yard passer. If he does, it's
a problem. Like in the pre-Saquon days, I can understand. But, yeah, when you've got a guy going, fucking feed him. I think we're all in agreement on that.
He wasn't a 300-yard passer when they had Kenneth Gainwell and Miles Sanders.
The biggest thing you said that they always dominated last year was time of possession. They wouldn't let you have the ball. They wouldn't let you have the ball.
Yeah, they just what was working last year is not working this year. Lane Johnson, those injuries are starting to catch up with him.
I mean, I will say this though: the collapse of 2 years before was the year before Saquon got there, and the wide receivers were getting off. Then all of a sudden they win a Super Bowl when the wide receivers take a back seat to the running back, and now here they are looking to potential collapse again with the wide receivers trying to get their ball and getting off. Sorry, AJ, you're a great receiver, but this is something that you are not doing yourself any favors.
Yeah, it's not about you, homie.
You're not avoiding any favors with this one. And if it's not anything true, then prove it, because it does seem like Jalen has to make an emphasis to get the ball to you. Like he has to get the ball to you, and then everything is this. But every time, because again, explain Dallas.
Yep. All right, hey, we got to move on to the next game, and we got to speed the takes up a little bit. We still got 7 more games.
Really?
7?
Yeah, we still got 7 more games. That's why I was saying we got to.
Well, we can go through this quick.
I got the Seahawks.
Through this quickly. Tyrannosaurus Rivers against the Seahawks in Seattle. Is anyone picking the Colts?
No.
Is anyone picking the Colts to cover? That is a big spread.
No.
I'm not picking the Colts to even cover. Does anyone object?
Rivers will throw a touchdown pass, and everyone will marvel at the old man can still sling it, but Hawks will run him over.
Yep.
Because, I mean, if you look at the game.
How garbage do you have to be, Anthony Richardson, to have a 44-year-old Phillip Rivers?
I was going to say this
Colts
is a
want
clear
Philip
message.
Rivers over you.
Dude,
This is a
Nico
clear message
went
to
for
him.
96 yards against the Colts. What you think JSN finna do? Next game.
Yeah, what
Can you
about
guys
that
hear
whole
me?
Sauce Gardner acquisition?
Yeah, I can hear you, James.
Okay.
He said about as a beg. That's a message to him saying they don't even want to give you a chance. They'd rather get a guy who ain't played in 4 years to be their quarterback.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they're turning that was officially turning the page on Anthony Richardson, and good for them because it was a fucking terrible draft pick.
Go ahead, James. Not James. Next game.
Packers at Broncos. This is another potential game of the week. One team looking to wrap up their division, another team, the Packers, looking to stay on top. This is a tough one. I'll go real quick. I'm taking the Broncos just because their defense is a little bit better and they're at home. That's it. Who's next? Go ahead.
Okay. This one here was probably my toughest pick of the lineup, man. I think I trust both. You know what? I said it earlier. If this game was at Lambeau, I would have took the Pack, but it's in Mile High, so I got to take the Broncos. I trust Bo Nix just a little bit more.
Sorry.
But I see it. It's going to come down to the wire, man. And that's par for the course for Broncos games this year. 10 straight? How many of them were one-score games and come from behinds? Late game winners. I'll take the Broncos in this one, 27-24.
I got the Packers in this one. I like Jordan Love, and I like the little group of wide receivers. They're not a number one on that team, but they got a bunch of really good number twos. And Christian Watson is continuing to increase, and that's their big play chunk guy. If they're looking to get chunks, they're looking at him. And I do think, even though as good as the Broncos are, I do think this is the type of offense that can neutralize their best parts, their strengths. Because I think Josh Jacobs, healthy now, he's going to run and get some games going because he can average 3 or 4. And if he gets them at third and manageable, I definitely see Jordan Love to be able to hit Watson, Dobbs, Golden, Terry, even Wicks. They got, I think Jalen Reed is back now. I like what I'll take this game. I'll take them to win this game. I got them winning this game. I got this one being a pretty good one. I got this one 28-24.
Nice. JT?
Yeah, I think Jaden Reed is a very important part of this offense. He was injured a lot this season, but they got him back. And Josh Jacobs, really good game.
Barely anything but garbage.
Josh Jacobs, really good game last week. So I think the Packers going to run the ball, and Jacobs going to have a big game. So I got Green Bay winning this game.
All right. We can probably breeze through this next one.
Yeah. Okay. Anyone is picking the Titans. Is anyone picking them to even cover? I say no.
Ironically, they played Seattle tough. Seattle
the Red Cowboys are going to win.
Those Red Cowboys are what, 9-3 right now, or 9-4? Isn't that crazy?
The benefit of that last place schedule.
I'm gonna take the Niners to cover, even though Seattle didn't. But I'm gonna take the Niners to cover, man.
Now, this one, I will just say one thing. I don't do these special props and everything, but if there's, like, where they say the first touchdown score would be like a defense or something like this. This one, I actually might think that could be a first touchdown because of a defense with the 49ers defense. So I might just put like $1. If that thing is like plus 10,000 odds, I might just put like $1 or something on there because that's $100 right there, and only lose $1 if you miss it. But it's something interesting. I think that would be something cool. But for what it's worth, Cam Ward did play well against a strong Browns defense last week.
He did.
I was happy.
Both quarterbacks.
Very happy for that kid. I still say to this day, I cannot remember. I feel like I've never seen it before in my football viewing life. Don't know when I'll see it again. Still, no one has anything to say, good or bad. Granted, the team is terrible. They weren't expected to do much. It's just you don't hear shit about Cam Ward. The most I've heard about Cam Ward was from Cam Ward
because
himself,
the team is
and he
terrible.
was like, we're playing like shit. Which he was right, and very mature of him to admit that. But it's just like, where's the fanfare? Where's the media coverage?
If they do good next year, and they're going to like, oh wow, they have a number 1 pick. That's what they're going to say.
All of a sudden people will remember, like, oh yeah, didn't that guy go 1-1 last year? Next game.
Hold up.
Good God.
Says Cam Ward, maybe.
Yeah, there it is.
We
All
asked.
right. Next game.
Oh,
This is very, 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 very interesting.
This gonna be a better game than people think, but go ahead.
Yeah. I'm actually going to pick the Saints to win this game. The Panthers this year, Tyler Shuck looks like potentially the best quarterback of this rookie crop. I can't believe I'm saying it, but I'm saying it because he's played like it at times. And the Panthers this year, like they're fighting for the division. They've got some good wins. They've got some bad losses. But to me, the Panthers, it's like Forrest Gump and a box of chocolates. Like you never know what you're gonna get. Like which
Jenny.
Panthers team is gonna show up. And as for as bad as the Saints are and have looked, they've had some impressive wins, and that's why I'm picking the Saints.
unrelated, but one time I went to this Forrest Gump
The
restaurant.
corpse of Alvin Kamara will be reanimated, and he's going to
The
rush for like
bathroom,
80 yards and
the
have
men's
50
room said
receiving.
Forrest. The men's
Or
room
wait,
said
is he
Forrest,
hurt? He might be hurt.
and the women's room said
That's
Jenny.
how little I've paid attention to the Saints
What,
this year.
James, what'd you
Is
say?
Alvin Kamara active?
Hold on, y'all. Hey, JT, what was your story again, man?
I said
Yeah.
I went to this Forrest Gump themed seafood restaurant,
Mhm.
and the bathroom, the men's was Forrest, and the women's said Jenny on the door.
Oh
Oh man.
Lord.
So that was cool.
So I was looking at the remaining schedule for both the Bucks and the Panthers, and they both, after this week, play each other twice in the final 3 weeks with a game sandwiched in between. Of course, the game sandwiched in between for the Buccaneers are the Dolphins, and the ones for the Carolina is the Seahawks. So I'm gonna err on the side here and say that the Panthers. I'm gonna pick the Panthers. They need to win this game because it's gonna be a tough 3 down the stretch. It's gonna be a tough 3. You see the Bucks twice and you see Seattle. So you got now. Don't go overlooking the Saints. This I'm not saying it's a trap game, or well, how can I say it's a trap game and the Saints didn't beat you? But no, this is game that Bryce Young got to take home. I'm gonna take the Panthers 24-20 in this one.
Dom, real quick, who was you referring to that you were talking about whether you don't know if they were hurt or not?
Oh, Alvin Kamara.
Right. Okay.
He's
I really
washed.
do I like the Panthers. I like the way they run the football. And even though they don't they're young, their young guys are still developing, but I can see them becoming even better down the stretch, like next year and the year after, because Tatoria McMillan, Tommy Tremble's he's an average wide tight end that has some traction. Bryce Young, they're all like young guys that are they're starting to be like, you know what? We actually can win these games. We actually can be in these games. And they've had a characteristic of a season of a team that is a team that I can see next year when they do preview the season, there'll be a team to be like, keep an eye on them. They might be a team that could be 11-5 or 11-6 and challenge for the NFC South. But I like Panthers in this one. I'm going to go with them on this one. I like this game to be like 24-17.
Okay, Dom.
I already told you I took the Saints.
Oh, you took the Saints. JT, you took the Saints?
I'm not trying to hear nothing about this bullshit about trap game. Panthers are gonna beat that ass, baby. Keep pounding. Panthers coming for the NFC South.
Now I can
Round.
hear more of what he's
Buccaneers,
saying,
you're in
but
trouble.
it's like super high pitch.
That was definitely not the reaction I was anticipating.
Ain't no, he said he got them Saints going down, man. All right, y'all. Next game. Dom, of course, you can kick this one off. It's time. It's time.
Oh,
You guys are
baby,
playing
I'm
for
ready
your
for this.
Golden boy
I was gonna
comes
say, sound the
home.
alarm.
The
You're playing for
Golden
your
boy comes
playoff
home.
live.
Dom, go ahead, bro.
Not. I mean, here's what I'll say about this. Oh, excuse me. Here's what I'll say about this game. When I looked at the schedule, I had it circled as a loss. Despite the fact that we need this game, I still have it circled as a loss. I'm not going to say the Rams are going to win because of home field advantage, because there's no such thing at SoFi. there's like 14 Rams fans and 11 Chargers fans in total. Sometimes they all get together and go to the game, and they're like, the 15 Rams fans are like, "Hey, I got an extra jersey. I'll buy you a ticket if you wear this Rams jersey."
Why is he so like that?
But it's just that the Rams defense is really, really good. Our O-line has not been what it was last year, not even close. Matt Stafford is playing at an MVP level. Every time I turn it around or take an extended blink, Devontae Adams has caught another touchdown pass.
He's going to
Their run game is really good. Blake Corum is trying to be something that pretty much no other Michigan running back since Anthony Thomas has been, which is productive. Kyron Williams kind of having a little bit of a down year, but yeah, they're just
He's a fumble merchant.
I can't in good conscience. I want to pick with my heart, but my head says Rams. We might cover, but we're not winning this game, sad as it sounds. And we can't even really afford a loss. If we can, maybe it's this one, only because, like I said, I had it circled as an L to start with. But yeah, unfortunately, give me the Rams.
I'm actually going to take the Lions in this one. I'll say this much: if Gibbs gets off, like he's been doing these last some odd games, Rams ain't beating these boys. But I think it comes down to Gibbs. I think he's the X factor. But I'm gonna take the Lions in a close one. I've got the Lions 30-27. It's gonna be a really good game, man.
I love it.
JT?
I'm going to take the Rams on this one. I do think the Rams are the team that's been the most consistent this year. And I think they actually are at a point where they know that this is the time to really get into gear. You have to keep pace to keep this division on your grasp. And I do like the Lions, though, but I do just think that the Rams offense is going to be too much for the Lions defense. I like this game, though, because this game presents a lot of good projections for players to go over on. Matthew Stafford, I can see 3 touchdowns. Jared Goff, I can see 2 touchdowns. I can see Jahmyr Gibbs getting 125 rushing and receiving yards. And then I can also definitely see Devontae Adams getting anytime touchdown. But I have this game. I've got the Rams winning this game 41-38.
Ooh.
Oh, I forgot all about my name for this episode. Paging Aiden Hutchinson. If he gets 2 sacks, we win. I don't think he's going to get 2 sacks. JT?
The Los Angeles Rams are going to win this game, and Matthew Stafford on the last drive is going to get in field goal range. And he's going to rip the hearts out of his former team. He's balling. He's clutch. And he's finally getting the respect that he should have been getting before, which is why I'm really happy that he's having a season like this. And you know what? If he goes on to win another Super Bowl with the Rams, I think you got to put Matthew Stafford in the Hall of Fame.
No, but the funny thing you mentioned about him is that he won his Super Bowl, and essentially he didn't necessarily move anywhere between on the QB ladder. People just like, oh yeah, he got a Super Bowl. But you're right. If he gets a second one, you do have to move him up because he
and
is
a league MVP, probably.
Right. And I think he's top 10 in passing yards all time now. I think he's top 10. So he's getting up there with the resume, and then we'll have 2 Super Bowls on his belt with an MVP. Yeah, you got to start being like, all right. I actually think he's a Hall of Famer, even if he didn't win one this year.
He probably is, but he's definitely no question if he gets it.
Maybe not first ballot, but definitely Hall of Fame.
Yeah. All right, next game.
Oh, God.
Sunday night football.
Matthew Stafford having the career.
Everybody go to sleep early.
Ooh, J.J. McCarthy and the purple-headed freaks.
J.J. McCarthy. I'll go real quick to lead this off.
The artist now known as
it's not J.J. McCarthy.
Yeah, is he firmly calling himself that again just because he got possessed by the spirit of what appeared to be an actual NFL quarterback for 60 minutes of game time? Yeah, that ends this week. Not that the Cowboys' defense is any great shakes, but man, how badly are they missing Sam Darnold right about now? Because I don't think a lot of other, situations
Justin
on
Jefferson
that team,
is
as far
definitely
as
missing him.
the 52 other active starters, it's not like they got way worse with their starters and, their key backups. It's just you went from Sam Darnold to fucking J.J. McCarthy. And anyone thought that wasn't a major step down is just fooling themselves, or they just don't know a lot about football. Like, yeah, I get it. Sam Darnold did not look good against the good teams last year. He hasn't looked that great against the good teams this year, and he's a little bit reckless. But he's a lot better than J.J. McCarthy. The Cowboys have some dwindling playoff hopes, which they could – there's a very narrow sliver of a window to try to creep through and maybe make it to the playoffs. I don't know.
They have a 9% chance.
I think they're looking up at us in the wild card standings, and we have the tiebreaker, although they have the tie. Yeah, Cowboys need this game, need this win, and I think they get it. Will they cover? Probably, yeah. I think it could be a high. Well, I think the Cowboys will score a lot of points. I think the Cowboys might score 35. The Vikings 20 at the most. So yeah, give me the Cowboys 35-19.
I really hate to do this. Man, I really hate to do this, but the blue Cowboys are going to win. As much as I don't want it to happen, it's going to happen.
I think we have to. I think Dom, we have to remember as well is that this is his first year as a starter. So at the end of the day, I look at him the same way I look at Jackson Dart. I think they're both exciting guys. I think Jackson Dart's had more consistency with his play, but I see flashes of excitement with J.J. McCarthy. I'm excited to see what he's going to look like in the next couple of years or so, because I see both of those guys getting better next year. And this year, he's been fun to watch for me. I like this type of matchup because this would give me the type of matchup where he would start surprising people and actually may score more than 20 points, may score like 26, 28. However, I do have the Cowboys winning, but I'm liking this matchup. I'd like to see, this is good overs. This is a good over. I will say I will take Dak Prescott and them. And
that's the bullshit alarm about J.J. McCarthy in the background, by the way.
Nah.
Hey, listen. I hope J.J. McCarthy is the starter for the Vikings for the next 10 years, so I can do this in the standings.
Indeed. What was I at? Okay, yeah. Cowboys by huge, actually. I know he's going through some growing pains, and who knows, his sophomore year may be a little bit better. I just trust the Dallas Cowboys more. I mean, considering the division that the Vikings are in, they're not running the table. They're going to have a losing season. Dallas needs this win more than the Vikings do if they want to stay alive to catch the Eagles in the NFC East, in which they are 1.5 game back, last I saw. So, yeah, this is a game that they absolutely have to win. I'm going to take the Cowboys 31-17.
Growing pains, emphasis on pains.
Yeah. And last game.
Monday Night Football. Guess I can go to bed early that night.
These are two teams that are competing for a playoff spot.
I mean, the Dolphins are alive mathematically. I mean, you see that shit on ESPN, and it's like division leaders, wild card. In the hunt is everybody that's not mathematically eliminated. Like the in the hunt part could take up half the screen.
But they're 7-6. They're 7-6, right?
The Dolphins?
The Dolphins are 6-7.
6-7.
Oh, that's right. They have reeled off a couple of victories.
If the Dolphins win, they will be 500 after starting 1-7, 2-7.
Yeah,
not good. They're not. This is 7-6 versus 6-7.
One of those quiet winning streaks. Yeah.
That's why, much like I picked the Bengals, I'm going to pick the Dolphins because the Steelers are no more. I'm telling you, the division winner in the AFC North is going to have 9 or 10 wins. I'm saying 9 with the tiebreaker, and that's why the Steelers lose, because the Steelers don't want this division any more than the Ravens do. And they're both like, oh yeah, we can afford to lose another game, because they're just both looking slightly down or slightly up. They're like, oh, you, yeah. What are you doing? Nothing. Okay, we're not going to do anything either.
They really do treat us. If you lost, okay, what's all right. They didn't win either, so it's no big deal.
Yeah. And it's like you're down the stretch. Like beginning of the season, I get it, but like down the stretch is like, come on, man. James?
Pittsburgh.
If the Ravens win, the Steelers will win. When
I
the
bet you
Ravens don't win, the Steelers won't either.
Hold on, y'all.
I bet you.
James,
Yeah.
Hold on, y'all.
Go ahead,
James,
James.
go ahead.
I said Pittsburgh.
Oh, he's got the Steelers. Okay. All right. JJ, you made your pick?
I'm gonna take Pittsburgh in this one, but I think these two teams have. I think this is the team Pittsburgh often loses to, which is Miami. But I'm gonna take them to win this game. I like this to be an ugly, fun game of like 24-22. No, I'm gonna give it 27-24. Pittsburgh wins this game, and they come out
Steelers
on
win
top.
and cover.
Okay.
Jay, you make a pick?
I am going to take Pittsburgh in this one. Who was the Ravens of the Bengals? Whew, we may see it. You know what? Yeah, because I think y'all said week 18 it's Ravens at Steelers, right?
Steelers.
But you said it, James. That's what they're saying. That's how they look at the season. Okay, all we got to do is beat Baltimore, and we got it.
For real.
That's all they saying, James. I'm sorry to cut you off, Jamal, but you're right.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah, okay,
you
yeah.
gotta
Week
say
18, I think week 18 is going to be for the AFC North Division. That's the AFC North Division Championship game, but it's going to be a loser
And
goes
the
home
NFC
type
South.
deal. Yeah, the NFC South may come down to it also. I'm going to take the Steelers in this one. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Dolphins win it because the ending just kind of shapes out the way it does. Steelers, I'll take them to cover. Give me the Steelers 24 to actually no. I'll say 26-20. 26-20 Steelers.
All right, folks. That's the picks. Thank you for joining us. This has been the Gauntlet Presents Picked Off. I am Paging Agent Hutchinson. To my right is Sniper's Nest. To my bottom left is JJ. To my bottom is, I can't read that, ICPOV. Is that what that says? JTPOV.
JTPOV.
I was like, what does that mean? We will see you. We are on a 47-hour break. 46 hours and 42 minutes. We were in a little long tonight. Sorry, Sideline Sports Network. We'll do better next week and on Friday. And we will see you on Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Gauntlet out. Good night, Saginaw, Michigan.
Peace.